He wasn't just a TV star, he was a cultural icon. The mustache, legendary. The voice, instantly recognizable. But behind the charm of Thomas Magnum was a man with a lifestyle, career, and character few truly understood. This is the untold story of Tom Selleck, a man who balanced fame with family, scandal with service, and built a legacy one thoughtful decision at a time. From the sun-drenched streets of Hawaii to his secluded California ranch, he lived life not by Hollywood's rules, but his own. So sit back, because what you're about to discover will change the way you see Tom Selleck forever. Magnum PI, the role that changed everything. When Tom Selleck landed the lead role in Magnum PI in 1980, it changed his life overnight. But make no mistake, he earned it. For years, Selleck had hustled through the industry's underbelly. He did commercials for Pepsi, deodorant, and toothpaste. He played uncredited roles in TV dramas. His big break wasn't handed to him. He fought for it. Magnum PI was a risk. A detective show set in Hawaii with a leading man not quite famous enough to anchor a primetime series. But Selleck brought a perfect mix of humor, ruggedness, and charm. Viewers didn't just watch, they connected. Magnum felt real, fun, familiar. One fun fact, Selleck did many of his own stunts on the show, including driving scenes and chase sequences. He even got injured a few times, but never complained. The crew respected him for never acting like a diva, despite his growing fame. And here's a lesser-known story. During a break in filming, Tom would often walk around Oahu, chatting with locals. He refused to bring a big entourage. He became a familiar and welcome face around town, seen grabbing lunch barefoot or playing volleyball with beach locals. At the show's peak, Selleck earned $500,000 per episode. He even won an Emmy in 1984. But it wasn't just the paycheck or the fame. It was the pride of building something meaningful from the ground up. Blue Bloods, reinventing the icon. In 2010, Selleck returned to TV as Frank Reagan in Blue Bloods. The role required a different energy. Less charm, more gravitas. Frank was the calm in a storm. A police commissioner leading a family of cops in a city constantly facing moral and legal dilemmas. Selleck's commanding presence gave the show a heart. Behind the scenes, he insisted on authentic portrayals. He worked closely with retired NYPD officers to make sure the show didn't just entertain, it honored the badge. Selleck also advocated for the show's signature family dinner scenes. He believed that no matter how intense the drama, the family should always come together to talk, just like real families do. The Ranch, building a life beyond the lights. In 1988, Selleck bought a 65-acre ranch in Ventura County. But this wasn't just a weekend getaway. It was where he retreated to be fully himself. What many people don't know is that Selleck planted and nurtured hundreds of avocado trees himself. He often spent hours working the land alone. Just him, the soil, and silence. He once joked in an interview that avocado farming was harder than acting. At least in acting, the weather doesn't ruin your day. Even more surprising? Selleck still refuses to have a gardener. He prefers to mow his own lawn and fix his own fences. His hands are as calloused as his character roles. Controversy, the water scandal. In 2015, Selleck was accused of transporting over 1.4 million gallons of water during California's drought. The story went viral, but few realized how complicated the situation was. Selleck believed he had legal access to the water, but settled the case quietly. He paid the $21,000 cost of the investigation and never spoke out against the authorities. That's Tom. Quiet. Composed. Focused on solutions, not blame. Automotive obsession, not just for the camera. The Ferrari 308 GTS from Magnum PI made headlines, but Selleck's car passion goes beyond the spotlight. A lesser-known car he admires? The Dodge Power Wagon. a classic, rugged truck used by farmers and ranchers. He once told a magazine, "I don't need a sports car to feel powerful. Give me something that can pull a horse trailer." Philanthropy and quiet impact. Tom's charitable work has never been for press. He's quietly donated to causes related to veterans, cancer research, and childhood education. One touching story. After speaking at a veterans event, he stayed 2 hours afterward to shake hands and take photos. Without media, without announcements, just respect. He also paid for several young actors to attend acting school anonymously. They never knew the checks came from him. Family, values, and principles. Tom's love story with Gilly Mack started backstage. He saw her perform in the musical Cats in London and was instantly smitten. He returned again and again to watch the show, until he finally asked her out. Their marriage has lasted over 3 decades, rare in Hollywood. What's the secret? According to Tom, we work at it. We make time, we communicate. He also keeps politics private. While many celebrities chase headlines with opinions, Selleck prefers thoughtfulness over volume. His few public statements are measured and respectful. Legacy, the story behind the stash. Tom Selleck's legacy isn't just in reruns or accolades. It's in the quiet moments, teaching his daughter to ride horses, rebuilding a fence by hand, thanking a veteran without cameras around. It's the way he treats his fame, not as entitlement, but as a platform to lead by example. He turned down Indiana Jones, but never sold out his integrity. He could have chased blockbusters, but he chose consistency, character, and craft. He took roles that aligned with his principles, even if it meant earning less or fading from the spotlight for a while. Selleck's mustache became iconic, but his attitude toward the industry, measured, thoughtful, and grounded, is what truly set him apart. He's inspired generations of actors not by being flashy, but by being real. His sets are known for being relaxed, efficient, and respectful. Younger actors often say working with him feels more like mentorship than employment. There's a story from the set of Blue Bloods where a young extra accidentally spilled coffee near one of the cameras. While others braced for scolding, Selleck helped the crew clean it up and told the extra, "We've all been new before." That moment stuck with the cast and crew, proof that grace, not ego, defines greatness. Even in interviews, Selleck rarely talks about personal accolades. Instead, he emphasizes teamwork, the value of hard work, and gratitude for the people who helped shape his career. His legacy isn't built on one role. It's built on a lifetime of doing things the right way. In a world chasing fame, Tom Selleck built something deeper. Respect, a life lived fully, quietly, and with purpose. And in the end, that may be the greatest role he ever played. Off-screen, he's left a lasting impression on everyone from young actors to fans he met in grocery stores. One story tells of a fan nervously approaching him at a farmer's market. Instead of brushing them off, Tom invited them to walk with him for a few minutes and talk. "He made me feel like we were old friends," the fan later wrote online. His humility, loyalty, and work ethic created something rare, a career admired both inside and outside of Hollywood. In a business obsessed with reinvention, Selleck's greatest role has been staying exactly who he is. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the remarkable life of Tom Selleck, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more legendary stories, and drop a comment below. What surprised you most about Tom's journey? His career decisions, his ranch life, his values? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired,